Righto, Bushes, Reese here, catching up with Phil to talk all things Sandhill Ashes, mate. How's it looking? It's coming up this weekend.
It's looking real good at the moment, Reese. We've got 20 aside. The boys have had 2 training runs. We've got another training run Thursday night. We get about half a dozen for training. They're pretty rooted after that, so they go home and get on the ice bath and the liniment. But they're coming along well. Yeah, it's looking good. We'll be on target.
Now, can you explain to the guys sitting at home watching what it's all about?
Well, it's after the fires in 2019. We were walking out in the Oval one day with having a beer after everyone's looking a bit distressed, and me and a couple of blokes said, this wicket's sitting here doing nothing, let's get a game together. So we approached Clifton Creek, our neighbours up the hill, who also got burnt out really badly, and we decided to have a 20-20-20. So there's 20 aside, 20 overs, and you don't go out, you bat in teams of 2 for 2 overs, and when you go out you lose 2 runs. So it's like an indoor-outdoor cricket sort of scenario and works really well.
Now, what time for the spectators to make their way down there?
The game will kick off about 1. We have a kids clinic which Victorian Cricket Association provide. They bring down some past players and have little hit and run games and giggly stuff and give balls and t-shirts and stuff. And the big game will start about 1 o'clock, finish by 4. Doesn't go for too long, 20 overs as you can imagine. And we only play with a softball, so there's no pads, there's no boxes, there's no wicket-keeping pads, so it's in and out.
Now, obviously there's a couple big names out there playing on the weekend.
Oh, well, we've got Simon Hoff, local East Gippsland Citizen of the Year. We call him the Hoff. Johnny Kinnaburra, an ex-legend around the hoops, and just a couple of old Mark Mason, a lot of old names. Old cricketers never die, they just give up their stumps.
Yeah. Now, a few beers afterwards?
Yeah, a few beers are definitely afterwards, and we've got a barbecue. Twin Rivers are putting on a barbecue for us. They're the Lions Club, so we do that. And yeah, no beers and everything, all that stuff.
Now, an important game like this after the fires, what's it all about?
Well, after the fires, like a lot of blokes and women went into their shells. They'd lost everything they had, and they didn't want to face the public and get involved. And when this come up, a lot of blokes there's a couple of stories from guys from Clifton Creek who were sort of on the edge, and they came to train and they got involved, and now they look that much forward to it. They ring me up all year, when's the game on, Phil? When's the game? I said, mate, it's coming on, just hold on. They're the first ones at training, they're the first ones to reply to me text, and they're fantastic. So it's good for the community to get out there, especially the guys, and we have little kids from 12-year-old to 80-year-old, so it's fully inclusive, all genders, and it's a catch-up and a bit of fun.
Just a bit of fun. So if you're around the area, make sure you get down. The weather doesn't look too hot, does it? 23
degrees, perfect. First year we had was too hot. We drank too much grog, but this last year was okay. It rained the week before, we had to postpone it, but this week, 23 degrees, comfortable day, come down and support. And bring a chair, bring your eskies. There'll be barbecues on, we've got the coffee machine, the Black Snake Man, Wacky Wombat doing his tricks, and it's good fun. It's a bit of a circus as well as a game of cricket.
Yeah. Now, obviously it's a funded event, mate. Do you want to give anyone a shout out and give them a thank yous?
Yeah, all over the years we've had a lot of sponsors. We've had Scrub Cats, GJ Gardner, Red Cross, Carl Sports Store, fantastic, Battery World, what do they call down in Gippsland, Complete Health have been great. So we get a lot of sponsors. This year the East Gippsland Shire put a lot of money into it, and there's more sponsors which I forgot, but they're on the back of our shirts, so when you come along on Sunday you'll see our shirts, and we have some promo boards we got printed up from Dave from Razor Images up there in Nicholson. He's one of our huge helpers. So yeah, a lot of sponsors.
Phil, so one last word, mate. Date, time?
26th of March, this coming Sunday, 11:30 on from the kids clinic. Bring your kids around, they get taught how to play cricket, and the big game starts at 1 o'clock. It'll be all over by 4:30. It'll be free food, a couple of drinks, bring your own grog, and have a great day, and come on down and support the Sandhill Ashes.
Thanks very much, Phil.
All right, thanks, Reece.